James Cameron is about to blow our minds again with Avatar: Fire and Ash. Forget everything you think you know, because Cameron himself has said the movie is not what you expect, but definitely what you want. Intrigued? You should be. So here are 15 interesting facts about Avatar 3. Fact 1. It's basically Avatar 2 Part 2. The two movies were originally written as one movie, but had to be split into two as it was becoming too long and they had too much content. It means Fire and Ash isn't just a sequel that they thought up later. It is essentially the second half of one gigantic story that began in The Way of Water, something James Cameron has called a singular meta-narrative. Additionally, both sequels were actually filmed at the same time, something very rarely done in the movie industry. This kind of creation guarantees a direct, powerful continuation of the story, and not a mess like some other movies. 2. It's James Cameron's first trilogy. This movie is history in the making. James Cameron, a legend for over 40 years, is famous for game-changing sequels like Aliens and Terminator 2, and, of course, Avatar: The Way of Water. However, he's never actually made the third film in a franchise, let alone a trilogy. This is brand new territory for him. He's breaking his own mold with Fire and Ash, making this a unique and exciting milestone in his incredible career. 3. It's the most successful film franchise ever. No pressure, right? Avatar is the undisputed box office king, and The Way of Water smashed into the number 3 spot worldwide. This makes Avatar the only film franchise in history whose movies average over $2 billion each. That's completely unheard of, so the anticipation and expectations for Fire and Ash is to continue to aim for a level of success no one has ever seen before. 4. New places, new clans. You thought Pandora was all stunning jungles and beautiful oceans? Get ready for a shock to your system. Fire and Ash throws us into entirely new environments as James Cameron introduces the Ash people led by Varang. They're also confirmed to be living in Pandora's volatile, dangerous volcanic regions. And we're also going to see the Wind Traders, led by Pelak, a nomadic group who travel all over Pandora. 5. The Good, the Bad and the Navi. Now, this could be the biggest game changer yet, tying directly into the Ash people. For 2 movies, the conflict has been mainly Navi good, humans bad. Fire and Ash is going to flip this entirely. James Cameron has described the Ash people as an aggressive volcanic group, and explicitly stated he wants to show the Navi from a different angle, potentially portraying this clan in a more negative light. He even mentioned exploring potentially good humans that introduces a whole new layer of moral complexity, challenging everything we thought we knew about the heroes and villains of Pandora. 6. Loak takes the spotlight as narrator. Remember how Jake Sully's voice guided us through the first 2 movies? That changes now, because he won't be narrating Avatar 3. James Cameron himself has confirmed that Loak, Jake and Neytiri's son, played by Britton Dalton, is taking over narration duties. This is a huge signal of the shift towards the next generation, placing Loak's perspective front and centre. It even makes you wonder, maybe someone else also narrates Avatar 4. It's an exciting change for the saga's future and makes me wonder who could take over that role. 7. Quaritch is back, and trust me, he's not going anywhere. The villain doesn't reset in each movie, not on Pandora. James Cameron has been crystal clear that Miles Quaritch, reborn in his recombinant body and played brilliantly by Stephen Lang, is the main antagonist. And not just in this film, but in every film that we're going to see. James Cameron has said, there's not a new villain every time, it's the same guy, same mother through all 4 movies. He is so good and just gets better. I know Stephen Lang is going to knock this out of the park. So brace yourselves, Quaritch is going to be back, bluer, and probably angrier than ever. 8. You can jump right in. Don't worry about needing a PhD in Pandoran history for these movies. While watching the first 2 massively enhances the epic story, Fire and Ash is designed, like Cameron's other sequels Aliens and Terminator 2, to function as its own standalone film. He and the late John Landau made sure that each movie has a satisfying beginning, middle and end, so new viewers won't be totally lost navigating the plot. That said, experiencing the full saga is definitely the way to go. 9. Prepare for an emotional gut punch. These movies are far more than just visual feasts. They hit you right in the heart. Remember Zoe Saldana talking about being moved to tears by early Way of Water footage? Stephen Lang has also mentioned getting teary-eyed reading Quaritch's intense character arc across the sequels. With Fire and Ash continuing the Sully family saga, facing these aggressive new threats and deep conflicts, we can expect the emotional stakes to be sky high. It's even been reported that James Cameron's wife cried for 4 hours straight after she saw an early cut of Avatar 3. 10. Honouring the legacy of John Landau. We tragically lost legendary producer John Landau in 2024. He was James Cameron's indispensable partner and a true driving force behind the Avatar phenomenon. While Fire and Ash will be the first released after his passing, his passion and impacts are deeply woven into the movie's DNA. He worked tirelessly alongside James Cameron throughout all of the movie's development, both 1 and 2, the massive filming process, and the early stages of post-production for this very movie. Fire and Ash stands as a huge testament to his legacy. 11. An epic on the scale of Lord of the Rings. James Cameron isn't messing around with the scope here. He frequently compares the multi-film Avatar saga's depth and generational storytelling to the Lord of the Rings. But Tolkien had books. To build that same level of richness, Cameron and his team first treated a staggering 1,500-page world bible, detailing absolutely everything about Pandora. The environments, the creatures, cultures, history, you name it. That immense foundation of world building is what allows Fire and Ash to feel so epic, real, and lived in. 12. A star-studded cast expands even more. We're going to see some fresh new faces joining the cast in Avatar 3. It introduces some big name actors like David Thewlis, better known as Professor Lupin in the Harry Potter movies, while also playing Pelak, leader of the Wind Traders, and Una Chaplin, known for her role in Game of Thrones, who will play Varang, the leader of the Ash People, also known as the Manquan. The movie will likely feature more of General Ardmore, played by Edie Falco, and also other characters such as Jermaine Clement's marine biologist Dr. Ian Garvin. 13. The wait is almost over. Yeah, it's been a long wait. Like The Way of Water, Fire and Ash faced delays, which isn't surprising given the sheer complexity of the visual effects needed for a production this massive, but the patience is about to pay off. Avatar Fire and Ash is officially locked in and scheduled for release December 19th, 2025. You need to be ready, we are returning to Pandora very, very soon. 14. Fueled by $1 billion vision. That's billion with a B. Making movies this revolutionary, this visually stunning isn't cheap. Fire and Ash's budget is part of an almost unbelievable deal, roughly $1 billion allocated by 20th Century Studios to James Cameron and his production company Lightstorm to produce Avatar 2, 3, 4 and 5. That breaks down to about $250 million per film before you even factor in marketing. They are betting big because they know James Cameron delivers unparalleled cinematic experience that people all over the world love to see. 15. This one's almost secret and maybe not entirely a fact. Basically, way back, before The Way of Water even had its title confirmed, Ruben names for all the sequels leaked. The potential title reported for Avatar 3 back then was Avatar the Seedbearer. Now, obviously, Fire and Ash is the official title, perfectly fitting the focus on what we now know as the Ash Clan. But that old rumoured title, Seedbearer, still makes you wonder, what was the seed and who was the bearer? Could it have been Kiri, Loak maybe? And what was the seed? Maybe it was Awa or some kind of planting? It just raises so many questions. So there you have it. 15 reasons why Avatar Fire and Ash is shaping up to be an absolutely unmissable, game-changing cinematic event. New threats, new perspectives, as always, jaw-dropping visuals and action. Jim Cameron is locked and loaded to make something absolutely amazing yet again. What are you most hyped to see in Avatar 3? What theories do you have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let me know.